mithandazo yethu Nkosi sikelela.
Let's say a very good morning to our reporter, SABC reporter Njanji Chauke, who's out in Limpopo, where the funeral of Public Service and Administration Minister Percy Chabane is taking place today. Njanji, a very good morning to you. Please set the scene for us.
Good morning and thanks for joining us from outside the Xikundu village, home of the late Public Service and Administration Minister Percy Chabane. Mourners started arriving as early as 4:30 this morning. It was already a hive of activity. As you know that he is being laid to rest this morning. But without much further ado, I'm being joined by a family spokesperson, Percy Chabane, who will run us through the program for the day. Good morning and thanks for joining us.
Morning, Njanji.
May you just tell us about the program for the day? Most people haven't had the chance to look at it.
The program for the day is that we are now at a house wherein the family has gathered at his room. From there, we are taking the body to the church, and MK will be taking the body to the church where there will be prayers. After the prayers, the church will be handing the body over to MK, and MK will be taking the body to the venue where the ceremony will be held and hand over the body to the soldiers, to the army, not the soldiers, to the army, and exchange and take the flag of the ANC, hand it over to the Secretary General of the ANC, where the Matachi was here with us last night together with the leadership of the ANC, of both the province and the national executive, and hand it over to the wife. After that, then they will hand over to the army, who will wrap the casket with the South African flag, and then the ceremony will proceed.
We're seeing those members of MK walking past us as we speak. What is the significance of the involvement of MK?
There's the significance of their involvement. You must remember that Comrade Collins, or my brother Collins, first and foremost, he was a member of MK. He joined MK at an early age. Before he was arrested, he was an MK operative. So therefore, he's an MKA veteran. So that's the significance. Each and every member of MK is buried in this fashion. He's an MK veteran. He's a soldier by nature. So that's why they are involved.
We've heard some amazing stories about the late Minister Percy Chabane. Tell us about some of the key speakers that will be speaking today at the service.
Yeah, at the service, what I know, because it's a state funeral, and I was heavily involved in the program on behalf of the family, because I was deployed to do exactly that. It's program directed by Honorable Minister Natim Tetwa. Other speakers, his friend is the CEO of Telkom, not Telkom, I mean to say Transnet, Mr. Brian Molefe, Comrade Brian Molefe. Other speakers, the person will be representing the family. As you know, we are from the Mhinga royal family. Chabane is just a name of our grandfather, Chabane. We are Mingas. We will be represented by Chief Shilungwa Cedric Minga II, who will be speaking on behalf of the family. Another speaker will be representing the siblings. It's a sister that comes after Collins, Ella Chauke. She's married by Pastor Chauke in Palabura. She's the one who will be representing the siblings. Another speaker will be thanking the family is Pat Chabane Patrick, who's our second born in the family of this battalion. If you look at the obituary, you will see that our father had a battalion of us. All in all, I think, including Collins, we were 22. If you look there, We have lost, this is the second person that is passing. Frederick passed on from the second wife of Chabane, who was the third born of our second mother. So we are a battalion of soldiers. And then the president will deliver you, Njanji, you speak this big English, eulogy. Is that a eulogy? In Shangaan, we'll call it a keynote address, but you call it eulogy when we're bereaved. These are some of the speakers, and then we'll have our in-law, because traditionally and culturally, we'll have our in-law speak in funerals when we are laying to rest their in-law. So we'll have Mr. Calvin Mapope speaking, and of course we'll have the children speaking, sending off of their father. Tsakane and Matimba will be speaking in the funeral.
Okay, and just finally, people speak very fondly of Collins Chabane. What did he mean to you? How will you remember him?
The big brother was I think the ANC helped a lot with its discipline because he grew under the ANC. You must remember that Collins joined the ANC at the age of 17, underground, when it was not fashionable for anybody to join the African National Congress during those times. Not for reward anyway, that time. It was very hard for people to join the African National Congress during those times. He joined it at the age of 17. So in actual fact, my parents only know Collins until the age of 17. He was brought up by the African National Congress. So he was so disciplined to an extent that Collins, we know that he was going to gather, there was going to be a Minga family gathering on the 3rd of April in Good Friday. We know that Collins was going to gather these youngsters to say to them that you must behave like royals, because he was afraid that if they don't, whatever thing that happens, it was not going to be them that are going to be in the news. They were going to say that Collins Chabane's nephew did 1, 2, 3, okay? And he was going to say that it was going to bring the ANC's name into disrepute, not his name. He was very particular with the ANC name, that man, not himself. He was going to say that, no, you are going to bring the ANC's name into disrepute, not my name. That's why you will find him, I don't remember any controversy about Collins since I knew him as a public figure. Yes.
All right, unfortunately, we have to wrap it up. As you can see,
even myself, I have to run to the house now.
Okay, we understand you're going to help in carrying the coffin now.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, there you have it from a family spokesperson. Mr. Percy Chabane is back to you in studio.